Hello, folks, and thank you for listening to the Business B.E.A.R podcast. It's your buddy Connor Norman here, the Business Development Specialist for Garrett County Government and Garrett County Business Development. It's good to have you along for another quick shot at what's going on in our business community. Today, we've got another repeat guest back with us, Sunrise Sanitation. This time, we've got Josh Slone, the Business Development Manager with the company, and he has got a lot of stuff for us today. We're so excited to talk to him and see everything they've got going on. But let's say it's your first time listening and you need to know what this thing is all about. Well, the Business B.E.A.R podcast, we aim to tell you everything that's going on in our business community. Whether we sit down with local businesses to hear what they've got going on, or economic development professionals in our local area, we try to see where our movers and shakers are making waves in our community. Before we get started, any opinions shared by the host or their guests are their own and do not reflect that of Garrett County Government or Garrett County Business Development. Now that we've got the house cleaning out of the way, let's get right into the episode and talk to today's guest. Josh, how are you doing today?
Great. Thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for coming in. I'm excited to talk trash with you today. I understand you have an excellent new product that you're looking to share kind of with the wider public today, and we're really looking forward to digging into that. And I think it's a nice little take with our Business B.E.A.R. It's going to be kind of bear-centric, so I think that's going to be pretty cool. Are you ready for an exciting episode?
Absolutely. I'm definitely ready to tie it in.
Josh, before we get started, let's talk a little bit about yourself today. Tell us a little bit about you and your role with Sunrise.
Okay. So I am the Business Development Manager at Sunrise. Do a little bit of everything. We're trying to grow day to day as far as our footprint. I help with sales. I help with interaction with the community, and just kind of help get us in the right direction and find different avenues for us to continue to help the community and grow day to day.
Awesome. Now, are you local to Garrett County, or did you move in?
So I am not a local. I was originally from Ohio. We moved close to 13 years ago. Came this way with business. So I'm originally from Ohio. We did have some distant family that lived out towards Aurora. So, funny side note, my wife and I have a picture of ourselves by Deep Creek Lake when we were engaged, and had no idea it was Deep Creek Lake back then.
No way.
Until it became an opportunity for us to move here, and she mentioned, "Oh, you know that picture by the lake? That's actually where you're thinking about moving." So it's kind of it was meant to be.
How cool is that?
Yep.
Well, it's so good to have you guys, here in the community. I like to say that whether you were born here or made Garrett County home, we make locals fast. It's a fantastic community that really rallies around each other. Garrett County is a fantastic place to do business and to live. And it's nice to have you guys in the area. And you've been making waves. You've had a couple businesses in the area. You've worked along with several of our great companies. And you're really doing some awesome work there with Sunrise. Let's dig in with Sunrise here today. So let's say I was looking for a 101 on some of the services that Sunrise can provide to me. Tell me a little bit about that.
Sure. So Sunrise offers basically many avenues with the waste management side of our wonderful community. So not only do we do residential, commercial, industrial, as far as large dumpsters for construction companies, for large manufacturing, we also do roll-offs for the individual. We also do the small dumpsters that you see behind your local stores, your gas stations, your restaurants. But then on the other side, we also do residential, so home stops, any kind of thing with the residents. We also are the provider for recycling options in the area, and that continues to grow. So we're actually able to take the recycling, your cardboard, your paper, process it, and get it to the right folks to actually get that utilized and keep it out of landfill. We also have a shred division as well. That's continuing to grow as well. We are able to do some large purges for big companies, and we just did a purge recently here with First United there that was open to the community. So, yep, we've got lots of different avenues to help on the waste management side of what to do with stuff you don't want.
Awesome. Well, it's really cool to kind of get that 101 of the services. It seems like I'm going around and I'm seeing a Sunrise logo just about everywhere you go in Garrett County, even in the surrounding area. I know you guys are all over the region. What kind of do you guys work in other states and counties?
Yeah, absolutely. So we obviously our offices are here in Oakland, but we also have our location in Thomas, West Virginia. We do have a little spot on Underwood where we keep some extra product. So we service obviously Garrett County, a little bit of Allegheny, southern Somerset County, and then all the surrounding counties in West Virginia, primarily Tucker, Randolph, Preston, Pendleton, Mineral, Grant. So we're everywhere in West Virginia and continuing to grow in Garrett County as well, and then pushing on to Allegheny County. So hopefully that's the goal, is you see the Sunrise sign somewhere.
Well, and that's pretty cool too, because you guys have kind of your HQ right here in Oakland.
Mm-hmm. Yep, right downtown, right above the historical museum there.
And this is so cool because as we go on with this podcast, I'm always happy to welcome back businesses that have updates and businesses that kind of want to refresh their message and put it out there. So again, we've got Sunrise on here for another episode. You guys are going to talk about a specific product you've got coming up here that I think is super exciting. Again, ties into our furry friends that we have up in the lake, the friend-shaped ones, but not the friendly ones. That's right, our black bear, which, Garrett County is kind of synonymous with. It's all over our community. You find them in the woods. Some people have lived here their whole lives and don't see them, or they're like me that has one in the backyard pretty much every day.
When we first moved here, we had black bears in southern Ohio, but they were definitely not prevalent. You didn't see them. It was more of a one-off. Moving here, like you said, it's an everyday. It still blows my mind that there's folks in Garrett County that I meet on a daily that have never seen a black bear. When it's literally every couple days in my backyard or right down the road from me. It's just kind of wild. But yep, I mean, they're a lovely creature. They're absolutely beautiful, and they're really cool to see. But yeah, our new project here is definitely going to try to help ourselves, the bears, and the community. So that's the goal.
I know that they are a little destructive. And many people that come to Garrett County, or they're visiting, or they live locally, they might have trash pickup. And one of the biggest problems, you see it happen inevitably, that trash is just strewn all over the road. It's such a mess. It's a headache to clean up. And despite sometimes having big wooden lockers that go around them, these bears are smart. They end up getting inside, or they end up pulling the trash can underneath. And then, what do you know? You've got a big cleanup on your hands. Absolutely. Or there's trash all over the woods because they took off with it. But I understand that you guys are starting to offer a product that's going to make this a thing of the past.
Yeah, that's the goal. So, yeah, I mean, every day you can, especially during peak season, you can drive around the lake in particular. You can do the same thing in West Virginia, and if you go over to Terra Alta and Alpine Lake and in the areas around the Canadian Valley, that sort of thing, they're obviously prevalent. I mean, this is bear country, but it's a mess. It's unsightly. It's kind of gross. It's nasty. Everybody has to pick it up. Sometimes you don't pick it all up. It's just kind of it's an eyesore, amongst other things. So the product that we're getting ready to unveil, we've actually have started unveiling it and putting them out there. We partner with a company out of Virginia. Met them about a year ago, and then met them again as a follow-up here probably 4 or 5 months ago at a waste expo. And the name of the company is Trash Lockers. It's a family-owned small company, and they're really doing some great work to try to come up with a solution. So yes, you mentioned the wood enclosures out there. Obviously, they're not really foolproof. I mean, a bear is pretty tough, as we all know. There are some metal containers. Those are great. We got a couple great companies in the county that make some great metal enclosures, but those are pricey, and there's quite often a big wait to get those done and out to your property. On top of the fact that sometimes the properties, the places where they have the trash, it's tricky to get those cans in there. Mm-hmm. On top of the fact that if you just spent $1,000 or more building a wooden enclosure, you don't really want to go and have to go buy a metal enclosure. So our solution to that has been to partner with this company, Trash Lockers. They gave us some samples a little less than a year ago. When we first seen them in typical, trash company, we were like, this is never going to work. This isn't going to be good enough.
Gotcha.
They don't understand how Garrett County is. They don't understand our bears. So we immediately threw it in the freezer because, what are we synonymous for? Is the wonderful winters. Threw it in the freezer, kept it there for a week, took it out of the freezer, started beating it with a hammer, pulling with it, prying with it, and it held up. Absolutely no issues. We're like, wow, that's not what we expected. So decided to test it on my own home. I live off Lakeshore, so obviously I've got
prime bear target area.
So we decided to start testing it, and from there immediately found that it works.
Really?
I don't even have an enclosure. My wife and I take our trash down on trash day. So even without an enclosure, the most that we've seen is them basically flip the can over, move it a few feet here or there while they're trying to mess and get into the trash, but they just can't get into the trash. So,
Really?
So quick background to give some insight into this. I'm not coming completely blind. So I went to college, and I went to college in Ohio, Southern Ohio, and I went for fish and wildlife management.
Okay.
So spent a lot of time out in the woods. Had a lot of friends who actually went on to be black bear specialists, and that's what they study. It's what they still do to this day. So I did have some experience in that. And the bears, obviously, they're beautiful. They're awesome to see. Everybody, you can't not see them and immediately just stop and kind of just stare and take pictures. But they're tough. They're not to be messed with. Obviously, usually they don't want anything to do with you. However, with the amount of people we have at the lake and in some of these locations around the area, it's kind of inevitable that there's going to be interaction.
Yeah.
So our goal is to lessen the interaction between bears and people.
Yeah.
We want to keep the bears in Mother Nature where they need to be, where they should be.
Awesome.
And keep that from being a hindrance. We want you to see them in the woods, see their beauty, check them out, take pictures, enjoy them, and then that's it. We don't want you going out to throw your pizza box away and going, oh no, there's a bear.
Yeah.
So that's a long road to go, but this is where we're headed, and that's what we're doing with this product. So the product basically will keep the bears out of the trash. They cannot open the can. Bears notoriously, obviously, are tough. They're smart. They are olfactory driven. They're food driven. They have a very strong sense of smell. We were doing at Sunrise a deterrent, and it was working. However, it's not foolproof. It kind of works. This is an option for us to make it actually foolproof. And through that, the other side thing with bears, and most people that study bears will tell you, they're also kind of lazy. So they're opportunistic. So if they go to your trash and they fool with it for a little while and they just cannot get it open, they're going to move on. And I've seen that firsthand unfortunately with my neighbor, which is a rental home. They now don't even mess with my trash can. They literally will walk right by it and go to the neighbor, tear out, and next thing you know, I'm going to work and there's just trash all over the ground. So these locks were made specifically by this company. They're heavy-duty strapping. They're heavy-duty plastic that was specifically made for this setup, and they were designed to actually fit on our cans, like our actual trash cans. So we just sent off our cans for some great video clips down in North Carolina at a nature reserve that has some bears in captivity. So we're going to have that pretty soon, where they're actually testing them to just kind of show, because a lot of folks, like we're skeptical. We don't think, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. But they are proven, and they have been black bear certified. So our Sunrise can will also be shipped off to Florida, where it'll go through an intense testing there at a facility in Florida to be nationally approved for black bear proof.
Nice.
So it'll be certified, if you will. So it's been a work in progress. We've had a couple homes that we also tested above mine. So once we seen that was working for us, our immediate thought was, well, how can we present this to other folks? So we went to a local rental agency there, and they had 2 homes that were getting roughly 2 to 3 work orders, if you will, basically trash pickups, trash messes a week, every single week. So I offered, let me put these straps on here for free. Let me just show you that they work, because they also were skeptical at first, going, I don't think that's going to work. The bear messes stopped immediately, and they have not had an issue yet since. The most that had happened was they popped open one of the wooden doors, tried to get in the trash, couldn't do it, gave up, went on about their business. So they've definitely been proven. The company themselves have already proved. Obviously, they have tons of information, tons of videos. We've got a lot of that coming out with our own cans as well. But it was definitely a cool opportunity for us to prevent that interaction. And for us, the cheesy little saying is we like to keep the bears out of the trash and keep the trash out of the bears.
Yeah.
So obviously we want the bears eating what they're supposed to be eating, not ripping into your bag of Doritos, not eating the styrofoam that's soaked in chicken juice. And that's not good for them.
No, not at all.
We truly care about the bears. We're not trying to just get rid of them. I mean, they're beautiful. I mean, my family, we love them. It's a cool thing to see, but I want them at a safe distance. And I want them to stay safe. I don't want them eating a bunch of junk and a bunch of plastic. It's not good for them, So it's kind of with this product being the way it is, it's kind of a win-win to do just that, to be able to have another option for someone who, for example, like myself, that doesn't have an enclosure, or for someone who just has a wooden enclosure or just bought a wooden enclosure, they have that option to keep that mess from getting out. So it's definitely something that we're really excited to. I think it's a game changer. It's one of the things that I can stand behind and go, man, this really works, because I've got pictures and videos galore where me getting up in the morning and there's my can knocked over, but there's no trash. So
exactly.
I got to pick a can up, big deal. At least I'm not picking up 3 bags of trash that are spread throughout the woods.
Yeah,
so,
I mentioned the cost and the energy savings that you have. Like you said, that company going from 3 work orders a week to now that a can that is being untouched. That is a great testament to how well this is working in the community. And again, for the overall preservation piece, where the black bears are safer, humans are safer, they can just remain a spectacle of nature here in Garrett County.
Absolutely.
Instead of a more interactive friend.
Sure. We don't like the accidental walks in the evening to come around a corner and all of a sudden there's a bear. So that is our ultimate goal. Obviously, we want to gain customers and help them out and do whatever we can. I mean, yes, companies make money by picking up the trash, and unfortunately, even with the vacation rental places, they charge customers to pick up trash. So it's saving money as well. But it's saving time. I mean, I don't want my guys out there, grabbing just fistfuls of just trash and garbage. I want them getting the bags, putting in the truck, and going to the next site. That's what we're there for. That's the purpose of our guys. So I'm trying to look out for our drivers and our throwers. They're obviously a key to our success, and we want them to have an easier job. So we want them to get the trash and put it where it needs to be and be done with it, not having to go dig through the weeds and pick up pieces of plastic. That's just
it's keeping our environment cleaner.
Absolutely.
There are many times where I see those bags of trash strewn throughout the woods.
Oh yeah, sure.
And you can pick up stuff, but are you going to get everything?
Of course not.
There could be stuff out there, plastics out there, or something that isn't going to biodegrade. That's just now a piece of the environment for eternity.
Absolutely.
But in this way, they stay in their bags. They go where they're supposed to be disposed at.
Certainly. Well, and God forbid they bust open a bag and it's got some kind of chemicals or something, and now it's poured all over it's just
true.
Anything to keep the trash in the bags, in the can, where it needs to be. That is our goal. Like we want that to be as simple and easy as possible. That's the purpose of these, and that's why we've partnered. We have an exclusive agreement with this company, so we are the provider in this area. No one else, like I said, can do that. We've got it set up for our cans, so. It's really a cool opportunity. I'm glad that they were willing to help us and partner with us, and really hope to see that make a huge improvement, not only at the lake, but obviously in the surrounding areas. We're already over in Alpine and Terra Alta. So, because not only the bears, I mean, obviously the bear's a huge component of this, hence the little bear emblem beside the sunrise emblem on the straps. But not only that, just being able to keep raccoons or possums or skunks or any of that sort of thing. These straps, they're really easy to use. They're dummy proof. It's not a massive issue, and they just keep stuff out of the trash. And that's the goal.
I was going to say, tell me how to use these things, because they keep bears out, and I'm not the brightest crayon in the box. Is it simple to use? Can the average bear, in a human sense, operate this thing?
Absolutely. So we have to install them. They have to be installed properly. They have to. We have a spec of where they have to be installed. So I personally right now, I'm doing all the installs. Once they're installed, they literally are as simple as your little snap that you would see on your backpack or your laptop bag. It's a little heavier duty, but it works great. It's very simple. Like legitimately, a child can pop it open. So,
wow, excellent.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool invention. I'm glad they came up with it. But like I said, bears, no such luck, and we've got plenty of proof to show it. So
excellent. That's awesome. So tell me about the process of signing up for one of these bear straps. Can I call you? Is there a website I could go to? Tell me the process.
So right now, the easiest way to do is just give us a call. Call directly into the office. It's online. We can obviously I can tell the phone number now if you'd like to.
Yeah, go ahead.
So 301-334-6212. If you ask for Kristen, she is one of our CSR. She's also our marketing person. So she is actually handling all of that for me because then it goes directly to me. We schedule the install. Obviously, if you've already got the Sunrise cans, it's very, very easy. If you don't, you sign up for us. We'll get you the cans out there and go from there. So it's very, very, very easy, and it's extremely, like I said, every situation is a little different, but we're trying to make it pricing wise as easily accessible as possible. It's
awesome.
Not much at all for us to just maintain these straps so where you don't have to worry about anything. So
excellent.
We'll take care of it. So very, very easy process.
Awesome. Now, will you come out and show people how to use these things?
I can. You really shouldn't have to do that, but absolutely. I have. I've had a couple people
Let me rephrase that question. So if somebody needs help with a demonstration, could they come in and get some instruction?
No problem at all. Absolutely. Awesome. I could schedule it to where if I'm the one that's doing the install right now, which until it really, really starts blowing up where I might have to use some other people, by all means. Not only can I show them if they have any kind of questions or if they want to see it in person, I can come to them. We've got a can set up in our office. We actually put one out at Alpine Lake. It's in the lodge for all of those folks to see. From that, immediately we had people go, "I want this."
Yeah.
Because we like I said, we've got the pictures, we've got the proof. It is a certified product, so it really works wonders. It's kind of a no-brainer, especially for the price. Like I said, we're not trying to make a killing on this. We're just trying to make it easier for everybody, and that's the goal. So so far it's really taken off, and I'm really excited about this.
Yeah, it's one of those things. If you know, you know, and as soon as people, I think, get an understanding what this product can do for them, I know this is going to take off like wildfire because it really is going to save a lot of effort in the future and really add a fantastic service to our community that's going to have multiple benefits.
Absolutely, yeah. And it works well and it looks good too. So it's not some kind of hokey little weird thing that's just strapped on there. This is professionally put on with good hardware, and it's like I said, the company, Patrick, the owner of the company, is a really nice guy. I'm in personal contact with him all the time. Actually met with him yesterday. They've done their due diligence in making sure this works up to par and it looks nice and it's very easy to operate. So
awesome.
It's a win-win.
Okay. So if anyone were to have some questions about the B.E.A.R straps, looking at getting one, or any of Sunrise's services, could they give you a call?
Absolutely.
Could you give us your number and contact information?
Sure. So you just contact same number, 301-334-6212. And like I said, that'll go through the tree and you just ask for Josh. You can also shoot me an email. Emails are very easy, so that's just josh.s, S is in Slone, at sunrisesanitation.com, and I'll be sure to get any kind of information you need, and we'll go from there.
Do you have any videos of this B.E.A.R locker in action? I know you talked about that earlier,
yeah.
But you have videos.
Personally, yes. Yeah. Personally, I have, and we haven't put them all out there yet, but I do have some of my own personal videos and pictures. Some of them we've used online where you can see the can laying on the ground, and there's a bunch of trampled grass around it where the bear was trying to get into the trash and couldn't do it. We've also got a really cool video. I don't think we've shared it yet. I know we're going to. We have a bear now. A couple of the younger ones will literally walk right by my can, and my wife got an awesome picture from our living room, and the bear walks right up to the can, and you can see him put his nose up, sniffs it, keeps walking. And there was it was trash day. There was trash in there. That's why it was down by the road. And then immediately, we couldn't get an angle, but immediately to our left, to our right, that home's trash was dumped everywhere.
Oh,
so we do have a picture of this is before. He's tried multiple times, can't get it, walks right by our can and goes to the neighbor, dumps their trash down. There's trash all over the road.
Yeah.
And of course now it's not, that company has to pick up that trash now. So we got some really cool videos. Like I said, we're gonna have some professionally shot videos. So our can it's actually in the hands now. The Western North Carolina, I don't want to name the exact thing, but it's a nature preserve in Western North Carolina. They have some black bears there. I believe one of them is called Uno. And Uno is going to have his way with that can. Basically, they're going to throw some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches inside it, all kinds of other stuff that he can smell, close it up, and toss it into his enclosure. They've already proven it before, but we wanted to show with a Sunrise can.
Yeah.
You're not just taking our word for it. And they'll have a good solid 15, 20 minutes. Typically, it doesn't even take that long. They just give up.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, as cool as bears are, they are kind of lazy too. They want, if it's
Yeah.
too hard to work, it's just not worth it. So we'll have that video hopefully coming out soon. They also have a major documentary company coming there the next day, and they want to film that interaction as well. So that'll be kind of cool. Apparently, it's like an internationally known documentary.
Very cool.
So that they're there just documenting the bears and that sort of thing. It just so happens that Sunrise, from Western Maryland, is going to be in there. So that'll
Very
be
cool.
kind of a cool little bonus for us.
Yeah, a little local shout out.
Absolutely. So that we'll share that as soon as that comes out. That might take a little while to process on their side, but our video should be coming out sooner. And then followed by that, they will actually ship this to Florida. I don't know the exact location. I think it's near Tampa, and there's a facility there that actually has the official certification nationally to be black bear proof.
Incredible.
They have multiple bears in their spot, so what they'll do is, the rule is they have to have the bears basically engaged with the can for 60 minutes.
Okay.
Every time that our gentleman, that the owner of Trash Lockers, has had a can down there, they give up. Again, they're lazy. So they will literally do anything they can to get those bears to keep messing with that can. They literally cannot get in the can, and they give up. Last time he said they went and got some marshmallow fluff and literally rubbed the outside of the can just to get them more engaged to go, okay, let me try this some more.
Yeah.
So once that passes that, as far as 60 minutes, I believe is the threshold, 60 minutes of basically just a solid hour of those bears going at that can.
Yeah.
Doesn't pop open. You get the official seal and stamp that it is 100% black bear proof. They've already done it, but now they're going to do it with a Sunrise can just to kind of to show it. So
and then you guys are going to have a national accreditation for your trash can.
Absolutely, it's already considered bear proof, but to be nationally bear proof, that's going to be a killer. So from that, and from our, obviously this is, like I said, this has been a project we've been working on for a little while, and we're making some huge strides. I've personally been asked to speak at the next Waste Expo for Trash Lockers.
No way.
With Sunrise, basically as a kind of a speaker, just showing, because I said we put our own research into it as well, because we were skeptical at first, and they are a small company. I think they started in 2019, so he was growing. But we have been asked to do that, so that'll be a little unnerving, because there's a lot of people at that Waste Expo. It's in Las Vegas, and there's a lot of folks, but I get to go up and speak to them about the trash lockers and what we've done here in the community and what our goal is, and hopefully by then we can actually show some numbers and go, hey, this is what we've made a huge impact. So trying to partner hopefully with the DNR and have them kind of put their stamp of approval on there as well. So pretty exciting.
That is exciting. I mean, you guys are not only making waves locally, but hopefully here soon nationally.
Yeah. I mean, let's keep our fingers crossed. Everything's looking good. So that's the goal.
Big news.
Yep.
All right. We're happy to help share that out there because, again, I think locally we'll start benefiting. We'll be ahead of the curves in setting the trend here at Deep Creek Lake and the surrounding region. I know whatever corner of Garrett County you're in, you're dealing with black bears at some point. And I know our friends over in West Virginia and Pennsylvania, even up in Allegheny County, man, are they dealing with this problem.
Absolutely.
So let's get the word out there. Let's let people know that there is now an affordable and attractive way to keep those bears out of the trash, and make things safer, not just for themselves, but for the bear population and the environment too. So thanks so much for coming in, Josh, and telling us all about this. Let's share your contact information one more time in case anyone's listening and they want to reach out.
Sure. So the office number is 301-334-6212. Just ask for Josh, or you can just shoot me an email at josh.s, S as in Slone, at sunrisesanitation.com.
All right. Thank you, Josh. And if you want to learn more about Sunrise Sanitation, they were actually our episode 5, where you can learn from Nathan Walter, their CEO. Learn more about the company. Go back and patronize our earlier episodes of the Business B.E.A.R podcast. Of course, I'm going to put in that shameless plug there. Thanks again, Josh, for coming in and telling us all about this. And thank you all for listening today. If you want to listen to more Business B.E.A.R podcasts, be sure to follow us on Garrett County, Maryland, Business Development. We've got our Facebook page. We have a LinkedIn. We have an Instagram, a Twitter, X, whatever it's called these days. And, of course, our Business Development website.